Edgar Berlanga calls out Anthony Joshua. He says he wants to challenge himself. He says he would come in at 210 pounds and let me counterpunch. I can appreciate Berlanga's challenge, gene, desire. I can also appreciate the respect, you know, because he wasn't coming like Ryan Garcia, you know, I'll take on AJ. And I'm like, okay, you know, he respectfully wants to take on someone like that. You know what I mean? And it just shows that he respects the person at hand. And he also shows that he's a man that also is good at sniffing out money. You know what I mean? Because that would be the heavyweight to take on if you were going to take on a heavyweight. It would be AJ, you know, and he's, you know, he just got the payday from Canelo Alvarez. I could see how that could be. Well, however, I don't see why he would want to go all the way to heavyweight. Realistically, I mean, you have how many weight classes past that do you have? Honestly, light heavy, cruiserweight, bridgerweight, even though I don't really look at that as a thing, but some people do, then heavyweight. So you got 3 weight classes that you can challenge yourself on, you know, and really, to be fair with you, a guy like Berlanga, he looks big. So I see him, could he make heavyweight? Sure. But would he belong up there? No. If Canelo Alvarez can drop you with a left hook on your back, put you on your back with one shot, what do you think a heavyweight's really going to do to you? Probably decapitate you, render you unconscious, give you permanent brain damage, those type of things that could happen when you go way up there messing with somebody that you know you shouldn't go way up there messing with. That's what could happen. And I think he should, if he's serious, you know what I mean? Maybe that's just talk because a lot of people do that. But if he's serious about that, let's take steps to that. You know, let's take realistic steps. Going up there and fight someone like Whaaaaat at light heavy. You know, fight the loser. Or better yet, be a fighter fight David Benavidez. See how that gets you. See how those punches feel. Because what I noticed about a lot of these fighters, they think they want to move up until they go up in weight. You know, it reminds me of Chris Colbert. He moved up and he knew and he found out very quickly, like, these punches don't feel the same. And he admitted that, like, look, as soon as the first punch that caught me, I knew I didn't belong here. I think that's what Berlanga needs. He needs a realities check. He needs he needs that pound of flesh. He needs that eye-opener fight that may deter him never from thinking about going to heavyweight. 210 at heavyweight anyway? No. You fight someone that's 30 pounds heavier than you at that time. Okay? So, no, I wouldn't recommend that. But again, you know, I can appreciate anybody courageous enough to call out anybody. But, I mean, it has to make sense. And that really makes no sense. Edgar Berlanga. That makes just as much sense as Andy Ruiz calling out David Benavidez. You know what I mean? It like in that same ballpark. None of it makes sense, and it all sounds rather foolish. It really does. It feels foolish to hear Edgar Berlanga call out a heavyweight like Anthony Joshua. But you guys tell me what you think of Edgar Berlanga calling out Anthony Joshua, wanting a fight with him at heavyweight to challenge himself for legacy standards. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!